The summer of 1914 began like any other. Yet beneath the surface of a peaceful Europe, a complex web of alliances was ready to snap. On June 28th, in Sarajevo, the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand provided the spark that would ignite a global powder keg. Within weeks, diplomacy collapsed. Newspaper headlines across the continent screamed of declarations of war as the great powers mobilized for a conflict of unprecedented scale. In London, Paris, and Berlin, patriotic fervor swept the streets. Thousands of young men cheered as they marched toward recruitment stations, eager for adventure. They believed the war would be over by Christmas. They could not have imagined the static, muddy nightmare that awaited them in the trenches. By 1915, the war of movement had ground to a halt. A vast network of trenches stretched from the Swiss border to the North Sea. Life in the trenches was a grim cycle of mud, disease, and the constant threat of artillery. Soldiers lived in subterranean worlds of filth. Every face told a story of exhaustion. These were ordinary men pushed to the absolute limits of human endurance in a landscape of desolation. Beyond the parapet lay no man's land, a nightmare of tangled barbed wire and shell craters, illuminated only by the ghostly glow of flares at night. As the stalemate deepened, industrial technology changed the face of combat forever. The age of the machine had arrived on the battlefield. High above the mud, the first air wars were fought. Biplanes took to the skies, turning the heavens into a new and deadly arena. But the true master of the battlefield was the artillery. Massive batteries fired millions of shells, creating a relentless symphony of destruction. The human cost was staggering. Behind the lines, field hospitals were filled with the broken bodies of those caught in the industrial slaughter. On the home front, the world changed. Women entered the factories in droves, producing the munitions and supplies that sustained the war effort. 4 long years of total war left the landscape of Europe scarred and its ancient villages reduced to piles of brick and dust. Finally, on the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month, the guns fell silent. The armistice had been signed. In London and New York, the streets